Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. So you can probably tell by the title of the video, it's how special needs and the whole word has changed my life. You know, before I became a special needs parent, I thought I had everything from A to Z completely figured out. My son was 7.5. Life was going along smoothly. And then I had Sasha and I really learned what parenting, especially special needs parenting, and how much more it is and how much more hands-on it is. And I saw this great video and I said, you know what, I gotta share this because there's a lot of different, you know, personas and labels and how people think of special needs children and how they've changed their life. And you know, a lot of people, statistically, they even say, you know, if they would have known they were going to have a special needs child, would have aborted that child because they didn't want the lifelong, you know, doctor's appointments and the what ifs and the extra stress in life because it's already hard enough. You know, when I had Sasha, I had a perfectly healthy baby in my hands and I thought I had life completely figured out. I was already a single parent to my son and, you know, had issues with my ex, but it was still kind of off and on. And, you know, then Sasha came along and to be honest, you know, it's kind of hard to say this, but I had, before Sasha was born, looked into open adoption because I knew that our life was going to be, with even just without special needs, was going to be that much more of a struggle due to the fact that I was already a single parent. It's hard once, it's going to be twice as hard the second time around. I had contacted an adoption agency. I had spent weeks, months looking through profile pictures, hundreds of pictures. I knew I wanted to go and have an open adoption. I know that I wanted my son to go and know Sasha and always be a part of her life, and I thought I had found that perfect couple. But when Sasha was actually a week old and fighting for her life in the NICU, because right after I had her, she spent the first 6 months of her life in a NICU, hooked up to tubes and all sorts of wires, and I didn't even know if she was going to live from that point on because nobody really had set in stone answers. And this couple looked at me and they said to me that they didn't know what the future would hold. They didn't know, you know, from what doctors had told them, what a future would be like with Sasha medically, and they just from that point couldn't take it on. So I found myself saying that Sasha's here for a reason and I'm going to take this on. So I did, and you know, those first 2 years, I am not going to lie, was probably, out of all my 30 some odd years on this earth, probably the hardest years of my entire life so far. Those first 6 months she spent in the hospital, switching my life upside down to go spend weekends and every moment I could and be there, and just even if I couldn't touch her, to be with her. And then from there, all the doctor's appointments and the genetic tests and the people coming into our home for services and getting equipment and doing the right things and getting her into special programs towards school. I'm not gonna lie, it's been extremely hard, but would I have ever thought of terminating my pregnancy? Still this day, almost 10 years into it, absolutely no way. Sasha has taught me so many life lessons so far. She has opened my world to seeing how much life is truly a beautiful blessing and how she struggles every day with every little thing, but she still has the biggest smile on her face and she lights up the room and she lights up, you know, my entire life when I see her and I get done with work and she gets off the bus. So my opinion from this woman's in the video is a little bit different. I feel that, you know, Sasha is always going to have struggles. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if she can live independently, but I never would have changed it from day one because she is. Would I say that special needs has gotten easier over the years? No. Definitely not. It's only gotten harder. I feel like we're kind of smoothed out for a while, and you know, as we're entering the whole puberty thing and the whole teenage years and you know, what's she going to do for high school kind of years, there are those challenges. You got to look out there and source the programs and get an advocate and fight for your rights for your child. But I would never personally give up the fight, and you know, it's always going to be a battle, and this is like my second job, and I will never ever give it up. Maybe too much of a rant for you guys, but you know, I just feel like it has changed my life in so much of a better perspective, and I see life as so much more of a gift nowadays. And I took so many things for granted before Sasha, but you know, nowadays when I say to myself, oh God, I have a headache, or oh God, I don't have the money to go out to dinner, or whatever the challenge is for today, Sasha has so many more challenges lying ahead, and I just have to sit back and say, life is really good, and we are going to make it from day to day, struggle to struggle, and be there for each other no matter what. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I had no idea that in utero there was anything wrong with Nicholas. The second that he was born, I remember seeing his head and saying, oh my God, it's really small.
It was very difficult to understand what was going on, or accept, I'd say, what was going on.
And this woman said, well, he has microcephaly. You must have known that while you were pregnant. The cause of microcephaly is numerous, I'm sure, ways that I don't even know of. For many years, I wondered what I had done to cause this neurological malfunctioning. I'm pretty sure no one would have been able to say conclusively that he has microcephaly, but I would have terminated the pregnancy. Yeah, think about at least the pictures that I've seen. It's, you know, these new, they all look so young, mothers with these babies that, you know, look just like Nicholas when he was born. And I think, oh my God, what are they going to do? Because even, you know, with the resources that we had, we thought, oh my God, what are we going to do?
Right, still think that. You know, what are the resources? So he goes to a school that is dedicated to helping children with special needs.
Today is day 3 of us reading a really fun and goofy book. Nick, who's a character in Knuffle Bunny?
He loves it, lives for it.
What are they using though?
And on top of that, he has special needs soccer, special needs baseball. We have help on the weekends. We have help during the week.
Whoa! If that continues, then you will go to your room.
He has, you know, behavioral issues at home, and he has temper tantrums, and he hits, and he bites himself. And the thought of not having someone who can take over when I need a break or you need a break, I can't speak to that enough, the importance of that.
I can't see you. Don't touch the letters, okay? Don't touch.
Hi, Mom. I can hear you. Hello?
That's fine. You don't have to be that close. Thanks.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
We were very concerned that it would happen again with Alexander, but we were lucky. In terms of what Nicholas's future looks like, I think we're still in a place of not knowing what the future holds for him.
It would surprise me if he's able to live independently as an adult. I don't expect that to happen. I don't believe anyone who would say, yes, this is the life I wanted for my child when we set out to have a family. But Nicholas is here. I would never undo that. You know, our love for him is complete, like it would be for any child.
People are going to be critical of my saying I would terminate the pregnancy had I known for sure, and people are going to be critical of my saying how difficult it is to have a kid with special needs. But, you know, life is hard enough, and being a parent is hard enough, and growing up is hard enough, and we are managing and we're living our lives, but the stress and the grief and all of the things that come with it, I wouldn't have signed up for that. I guess my hope is that if I am